Hello everyone, Tagiris here, and welcome back to another episode. So, last episode we had built this giant plateau that I'm standing on right now and got it kind of roughly laid out, and since then I have tidied things up a bit. So I've added a bunch of paths to kind of show the rough progression from the village into the shipping area here, and I've detailed out the footprints of the buildings that we laid last time in the sandstone. So I've just kind of put the stone brick here where the kind of corner posts are going to be, and these stone walls where there's going to be an overhang, just because those are the base blocks that I'm going to use. So I've also tidied up my shulker boxes here to make this a little more organized. And what we're going to start with doing is I'm going to use a suggestion from the previous video and make kind of a covered storage area. I was already planning to do something like this, but it should actually add a kind of cool bit of detail to have my building materials be actually part of the decor kind of the area. So what we're going to start by doing is tearing out this kind of section here with the torches and extending this awning up a block and then over across and then here, and then attaching it to this wall here. That's going to be where the storage area is. So we'll start here by just clearing out this mess. And we're just going to dump it over here for now, I guess. Go. And I'm going to want to grab some stone bricks, some chiseled stone brick, cracked stone brick, and mossy stone brick, because we're gonna take this same kind of design we have here and just extending it across. There we go. Go and kick the chiseled stone brick as a little kind of border there for the awning posts. And we're just going to toss a couple of these in for detail. And a couple of these. Alright, this needs to move forward by one. Go ahead and do that too. Just so everything lines up nicely here. There we go. And do the same kind of deal here. Okay. That's fine over there. Okay, there we go. And this can all be torn out. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so the reason why we're raising this up is because I want to be putting kind of almost shipping pallets kind of in this area with resources on them to make it look like this was an area where they've just kind of stored materials that have been delivered, which I feel is kind of a cool almost in theme touch for the area to make it look like this area is being used. So we're going to go ahead and get some smooth stone. That's probably not going to be enough. kind of fill in the area like this here. And we're also going to attach it to this wall eventually. So the cool kind of thing that I'm thinking for the pallets is, if I just quickly remove this, is we're going to give them kind of a texture underneath to make it look like what you think of when you think of like a shipping pallet. So it's going to have that texture, which we're going to use sideways barrels for. It's a little. So we're going to go like this. Oop, that one's facing the wrong way. Oop, still facing the wrong way. Like that. There we go. And we're going to combine that with spruce trapdoors, the most versatile of materials. Actually, for this one, we're going to move these in by one, I think, just so they fit behind the fence post. We'll do it for this one too. Why not? So there we go. So our little boxes here of storage materials. And then the cool part of it, what we can do is we can just take, like, say, some stone or something, and let's get some stairs and slabs too for additional texture. And then we can just kind of lay this on top of this kind of area we've made to make it look like it's just a pile of building material. So there we go. And the best part of it is we still have access to this as storage area. So what I can do is I can then just dump all of my stone into here and use it that way. And then we'll do a similar one for, I'd probably say, stone bricks as well. And then over here we're going to have this area extended out and have like some timber and whatnot on here. And yeah, so I'm gonna cut back to get some more materials here, and I will be back once that whole section is done, and we'll be working on the awning next. So, some resource gathering and organizing, and we're all ready to go finally to start our construction projects. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and put all the logs in the area over here, and this is just kind of stacked up in a rough pattern with minecart rails to make it look like tie downs here. And then we got all the oak in here, all the spruce, and then this is set up to look like a pile of planks that have been organized, and that's where all the spruce planks are. Dark oak, we got a cha-cha wood, and then this has been converted to a big awning kind of overhang area that's connecting the shipping office here to where the warehouse is going to be. So this is actually just being kind of roughed out with some basalt, both polished and just regular basalt, to create a rough kind of almost, I don't want to say like sheet metal siding, but it's supposed to look like some sort of stone siding. I just wanted to contrast to the spruce planks and spruce logs that are going to be comprising the rest of the building here. But that's going to be in a square that goes pretty much all the way back to here, like that. And this is going to be kind of a more reinforced storage area to the main kind of stone building, which is going to be 2 stories up, I think. And then, yeah, so this ends over here. We got the andesite, got dirt, basalt, cobblestone, stone bricks, all. And like I said, this is done with the barrels at the bottom here to look like a pallet bottom, but it's also nicely organized storage space, and you don't need item frames or whatever to organize it because it looks like what it is. You just go, oh, I want to get some basalt. So you see, oh, the basalt's here, and you just look at the barrel, boom, basalt. And then this is just miscellaneous storage for whatever else I need in crafting and the crafting table. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start some music. We're going to start a time lapse, and we're going to start raising this whole structure here. All right, guys. All right, so there's the finished storage warehouse. So I just kind of roughly added some leaves and whatnot to the roof. Most of that was due to the fact that I've used slabs up here instead of stairs. So I wanted to add a bit more detail and to hide the spawnable spaces, because any full-sized block will allow snow to land on it, so I kind of wanted to cover that up. So I've been using trapdoors and buttons and whatnot. I'm not super happy with the result, but it needed to be done to stop this from becoming a mob trap, so to speak. I've also used double layers of snow in a couple places, which is a good alternative, because they're 2/16 of a block tall, so they won't be a spawnable space. It gets the job done. So if we just pop down inside, I'll give you a quick tour of the interior. It's all pretty simple. I've mostly been spamming more of these kind of pallet designs and some chests and barrels. It's nothing really entirely that fancy, but like I said, it's supposed to be a storage warehouse, so it doesn't need to be that decorated, really. It just needs to look like it does the job. So there's these cargo area elevators I've built, and I'm actually really happy with how these turned out. The limited amount of space made it a bit difficult, like in the time lapse there, but I really like this use of the grindstone and chains, and then the chiseled brick to make it look like a socket going in, and it creates this kind of pulley system almost that makes these look like they actually perform their function. The only other thing I've done really here in terms of detail is I've added these minecart rails, and I plan to eventually actually connect these up to the docks, I think. I'll have to figure out how I do that, because these path blocks can't have rails on them, so I might elevate the track above the path, or I might just convert some of this into like coarse dirt or something to match, and then I'll have these going to all the different docks to make it look like they're actually being used to load and offload the ships, because I guess not everything would be carried. And the only other thing left here is in the kind of lower section I have down here. This area's been left pretty much plain. I wanted to leave this plain mostly because I'm going to be expanding this later. This wall here is probably going to be either pushed back or put a doorway in here, because I want this to extend into this giant kind of hollow space I have back here where the mountain was built on top of. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of space in here for additional storage or farms if required, so I want to leave that open as an opportunity. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the kind of interior here of the storage area. So, let me know what you thought of the video in the comments below. I will make sure to answer any comments in there, and I will be back in 2 weeks for the next episode. See you guys later.